Good morning, everyone. The research topic that we have chosen titled AI Readiness Gap Analysis for Northeast India, and this is an exploratory framework. There are eight states in northeastern India, as we know, and 3.7% of India's population do live here. One of the major plus point for the northeast India is there are more than 200 languages, which makes this place highly concentrated linguistic diversity on earth. However, we have found a gap that not more than 10 have NLP system, because there is no script or the languages has been extincting, and we figured out that AI can be a good medium for the language to continue for generations in future. Uh, so the thing is that there is a structural exclusion amongst the AI territories in Asia, especially in Northeast India. It's because it is invisible to existing language learning machineries. As I told, since there is no script given to most of the languages. Moving forward to the global framework gap, based on the research done by the Oxford Government AI Readiness Index and the World Bank Digital Progress Report, there is a huge gap um, that is seen through India AI mission, which is, Northeast Asia remains severely limited in terms of translation of its own languages. It's if we have to look at within India, the other parts of Indian regions are comparatively AI ready, but what is the case in Northeast India is are the places like Itanagar, Shillong, etc. are having are they ready for the AI for the development sector or for the higher education perspective is something that we wanted to try out by looking at the AI. So we have looked at AI readiness through six frameworks, which Baksheesh will be discussing about. Baksheesh?
Thank you, Shirisha, for concluding on the first part. So I would like to start with the first dimension, which is connectivity. So as we all know, Northeast is a region which is very challenging in terms of connectivity, both geographical and digital. And so Northeast India accounts for close to 2% of India's total broadband subscribers. And there have been often terrain-related disruptions in the region, which have been causing a major disruption for the overall digital connectivity of the region. So, without a stable infrastructure, AI adoption becomes extremely difficult in the region. So, as we all know, that cloud access becomes expensive and digital services become unreliable if the connectivity in the region is not great. And our recommendation as part of the first dimension is to prioritize satellite-based connectivity and recognize the Northeast as a special AI infrastructure zone with dedicated support for digital and compute access. Next slide. Second dimension, which is linguistic data. And so, as we know, that the whole Northeast region is extraordinarily rich with languages, with more than 200 languages. Many languages spoken on the Northeast include Tiwa, Karbi, Dimasa, Adi, and they have little to no digital data sets. So that causes a problem for ensuring that there is linguistic presence of the data. So to address this, we are proposing Northeast Language Data Commons, which is to be a shared and open access platform for language resources supported by universities and AI initiatives like AI for Bharat. So the entire goal is not just for preservation, but also active participation of the Northeast region in the AI ecosystem. Next slide. Yes. So, as part of the dimension 3 and 4, we'll be talking about compute access and human capital. So, as we all know that as if data is made available, there needs to be a strong presence of compute access. Currently, the region lacks significant AI compute infrastructure. Most AI work depends on remote cloud services, which are often expensive and unstable to use. So we are therefore proposing a regional AI compute hub anchored in institutions like IIT Guwahati or NIT Silchar or NIT Itanagar, as these are the technological institutions in the region which can support the digital infrastructure for the region. And when coming about digital literacy and AI literacy, it remains uneven across the region. There are many young people who still lack digital access and digital skills. So it's important to also integrate AI literacy into schools, university systems, colleges, and through different means. This could be through organizing hackathons, ensuring that there is distribution of proper digital infrastructure in regions where there is a lack of such infrastructure. Next slide. Policy and institutional capacity. So basically, as we all know, that any sort of an expansion needs policy and institutional arrangement such that it can act as a catalyst. So there are existing regional digital policies, but they do not address AI or language technology or even low resource model development. And at the same time, to support this, we do have institutions like IIT Guwahati, Tezpur University, who are conducting important NLP research. And just that the problem in this entire current ecosystem is that it's fragmented. So there is requirement of proper coordination among these academic institutions who are doing research in this domain to come forward as a consortium of AI research. Basically, we propose a Northeast India AI Research Consortium, which is to be a collaborative platform where there are shared data sets, there is compute infrastructure and interdisciplinary research across these states and institutions. So this collaboration will be essential for scaling AI capacity in the region to ensure that there's a spread of hotspots of AI research across Northeast, which can be led by this consortium which has been doing research in this domain. Next slide. Research, question, and methodology. So, as part of this piece of work, we have focused on key key questions such as what are the dimensions which require the most effort. Also, how does readiness vary across the 8 states? Which northeastern languages meet the minimum data threshold for LLM fine tuning? And similarly, how do the northeastern gaps compare to regions like the Ethiopian highlands or the Papua New Guinea islands? So, because there are other regions across the world as well where there are such challenges. So, the idea is that we also learn from them how are they adapting it, and as part of the methodology, we have used AI assisted synthesis, which is through Claude Sonnet 4. And this is the four-stage process that we followed, which is detailed out on the slides. And yeah, next slide. And to conclude our presentation, I would like to highlight the central argument that we are proposing. So, Northeast India should not be viewed simply as an underserved region due to its limited capacity, due to the geographical challenge of terrain or the digital infrastructure or the lack of digital infrastructure in this region. Rather, it should be seen as a test bed for building inclusive AI systems. The challenges that we face are enormous. We have low bandwidth issues. We have linguistic diversity is there to support us, but there is fragmented infrastructure of that linguistic diversity. And this is not the unique. This is a unique case for India, but similarly, there are other countries as well which face similar challenges. We can learn from them and also find out our own unique solutions to work towards these challenges. And if we can align and design AI systems that work for regions like the Northeast, we can build systems that are more equitable, multilingual, and globally relevant. Just that the first step is recognizing the gaps, and this is what the paper hopes to contribute to. And thank you very much for your time for listening to our work.